Darian?
Everybody. I'd like to read something I wrote down. It's kind of what I got for that. Basically, my decision, what I'm doing, kind of just from the heart and my mind. It's been an amazing and intense 3 years. Football is my passion, and I'm working towards making that a long-term career. I played this game since I was 5 years old, and my mom instilled in me a strong work ethic. She also taught me that hard work and dedication will reap its rewards. She is a definition of tough, and she means the world to me. My mom had me before she had her GED and sacrificed and worked extremely hard to attend college. She ultimately earned 4 degrees in concentration, all while raising me as a single parent. She taught me that in life, you better finish what you start. With that being said, I don't want to give up this amazing opportunity I've been blessed with at UK. Therefore, I will continue to work towards my degree, improve my game, and ride for my team one last year in 2021. And I will gladly be wearing that Kentucky blue on Saturday nights for one more year.
Okay, let's take some questions. If you would, raise your hand. Larry Bott.
Hey, Jared, I know you talked for a long time about one of your goals was to make a living doing this and take care of your mom. So was it a hard decision to go ahead and stay and come back and not go ahead and try to start doing that immediately now?
Yeah, it was a very hard decision. Even during like prepping for South Carolina week, all this weighing on my heart, it's a big opportunity coming. I had the chance to go and start that, but I feel like if I stayed, I can improve that chance and go higher than what was expected and make a lot more money and make sure I could take care of my mom from the jump instead of having to get another contract after that.
John Hale.
Darian, what exactly was the feedback you got from the NFL? I know we talked to Coach Stoops last week and said he was still waiting on that. Mm-hmm. Is there anything in particular that you want to work on the field to prove to get that draft stock a little higher next year?
Feedback I got was, second to third. I just wanted to be able to come back and improve on all the feedback that I got from the NFL and make sure that there was no holes in my game and there was no reason for me not to be a lottery pick next year. So I'm just going to come back, bust my ass, and, play for this team and continue being the best teammate I can be.
John Clay.
Darian, obviously there are going to be some changes with the offense next year with Coach Cohen coming in. How much did that figure into your decision?
Sat down, talked to him. He's a good human being. He reminds me a lot of the energy and type of character that Coach Schlarman was. So I feel like it's a good opportunity and things are new. So I feel like it's going to be a great year with him.
Derek Terry.
With you coming back, just what do you think that kind of does for the outlook for the offense next year? Obviously, there's going to be some other guys leaving like Drake and Lynn. You coming back to kind of anchor that line, how much you think that's going to help?
I feel like it's going to help a lot. I mean, I'm not a selfish person. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a big part of the offense, but I think that when I'm on the field, I definitely help my team and play the best I can for my team, which ultimately is working towards that goal of getting that win at the end of the game. So I feel like it's just going to be a good opportunity to go out there, be a part of a unit, and make sure I can play the best of my ability every day and just keep improving.
Josh Moore.
Hey, Darian, when you make this choice, how much of a factor is it that just how weird this season was and just to maybe come back and hope that you get kind of a normal season to go out on? Did that factor in at all for you?
Not really, because like I even said in my previous interviews when y'all sat down and talked to me, like at the end of the day, it's football. You go out there every Saturday night prepping for an opponent and you play to the best of your ability, and that's all you can do. It doesn't matter if it's a season where you're playing all in conference or just playing a regular season. That's the kind of outlook you need to have going into every year and every week. You just prep for that opponent, play to the best of your ability, and then move on to the next one.
Nick Roush?
A couple of years ago, Josh and Mike decided to come back, and they rose pretty high through the rankings. Did that consider into your decision at all?
Yes, it did. I know personally that I have all the confidence in the world in my abilities and how I can play. But sitting down and talking to Josh on the phone, it just made me really sit back and think. This last month, I'd say, was just very stressful. Just trying to make this decision. But after talking with Josh and understanding where he came from and what he went through, this is probably the best decision for me and my family. I want to be able to go to the NFL like everybody else. I'm so close, but I know there's some things I got to work on to make sure I can stay in the NFL for a long time. So I'm just gonna come back, work on myself, and better my team.
I'm curious too. I know a lot of NFL folks see you as an interior guy. Is this a way for you to say I could play tackle? I could play the big money position on the offensive line?
I could play all four positions. I could play both guards, both tackles. It doesn't matter to me. I got the body of a guard and arms of a tackle. I can move just as well as any tackle. To me, this year is just a finishing statement on the body of work I've been doing. So at the end of the day, the NFL is going to put me where they want me. They're going to be paying me to do their job. So I'm going to get it done either way. It doesn't matter. But I'm just going to keep improving at whatever position, and I'm going to keep working.
Gabriel?
Darian, as you prepare this coming season for obviously a pro career, was it a factor that your new offensive coordinator is coming from the NFL and probably share a lot of stuff with you about what it takes to be ready to play in the league and things like that?
I've not talked to the new OC yet. It has been a little bit of a factor. Just knowing that we're going to have more NFL pro-style offense, especially to show more of my ability on the field. I feel like it was just going to be a great opportunity to continue developing, continue evolving, and also get me out of my comfort zone with new plays or new schemes. So I felt like it'd be a great time to develop and make sure I'm fully prepared when I go.
Larry Vaught?
Just wondering, kind of talk about what you think your all's offensive line will be like next year, and is there any chance any of those seniors might surprise us and decide, hey, we're going to come back and play another year too?
I feel like the offensive line is going to be the same as it usually is. I feel like we're going to, be rough and rugged, and we're going to be downhill, and we're still going to come right at you. Speaking of seniors, I do want to surprise everybody. Old man Luke Fortner will be coming back another season, so I get to play with an old guy who's been here for a while and continue working with him and teaching young guys. So it's gonna be fun doing that. Having another leader in the offensive line room is gonna be a good opportunity for all the young guys and some guys who have been here for a little bit to keep improving and keep getting better.
So how long have you known Luke was going to come back?
No, for a little bit, but he's just, like I said, he's kind of an old man. He doesn't like to tweet out or say much, so he just kind of kept it to himself. And he said he gave me the go-ahead. I could tell everybody after I made my statement.
John Hale?
Darian, I know you talked about having a new offensive line coach, but can you just reflect a little bit on what Coach Schlarman meant getting you to this point and just what it's going to be like to be at Kentucky for a year without him here and having that new voice in the offensive line room for all you guys?
What it meant to me, man, you can never replace John. Simple as that. He was the type of man that can't be copied and pasted. Can't have that enthusiasm. Can't be replaced. Can't be copied. He's prepped all of us to the best of his ability, but at the end of the day, it's up to us as players if we want to take the coaching, if we want to continue getting better, continue working off the field when he's not around. But he's been a big factor since I got to college on how my game's developed, especially with all the guys around me that he's put in place around me, helped develop me, helped me get better. It's just been, it was a wonderful time with time we had with Coach. But with this new coach coming in, talking to him, and kind of seeing what his energy is like, kind of what he likes to do, how he is as a person, I feel like he'll be a good fit here, and I feel like he'll get along very well with a lot of the new guys and young guys that have been here with John. So I feel like we're just going to all continue to get better, all continue to develop. We're all still going to be playing for John. We're still going to be wearing that 65. And we're still just going to be playing rough and rugged like he would want us to.
Josh Moore?
Darian, how much, I assume you talk to every coach, you know, while you're trying to make, but you know, with Vince, I know he was obviously recruiting you back in the day and everything. Was it almost like getting a second recruiting pitch in some ways from him, or how did that conversation go?
Yeah. Kind of what I noticed since high school is that going to the next level, it's almost the same, a lot of similarities. You're going to get talked to by agencies, kind of recruited to come out, you know, train and work towards getting better to prep for the next level. It's pretty similar to that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I know Mero's got my back 100%. He's been a great guy. I love him. I love all the coaches here. I know they all have my back and they want what's best for me. And I know that if I went this year, it would have been the same thing. I know I would have put my nose to the grindstone and kept working and gotten better in the short amount of time that I had. But, you know, I just needed to take everything in, get all the information I could from every coach, from what NFL was telling everybody with the cat grades and all that. So, I mean, it was similar to another pitch, but at the end of the day, it had a lot more weight to both sides.
John Clay?
You guys didn't have anybody opt out of the bowl game when people could have decided, hey, I don't want to play in the bowl game. I've been through too much this year. Josh Ali, Dustin Rigg, other guys have announced they're coming back. You're coming back. You just said Luke's coming back. What does that say about the culture of the program that Mark Stoops has built right now?
Rough and rugged, man. Like, we're down to ride for each other, and we're gonna be tough. We're gonna be the toughest people out there on the field. We're gonna go out there, show what we have, and ride for our teammates.
Dick Gabriel?
Darian, I said something to you about this right after the game, but we saw you throwing the ball 70 yards in the air when you were warming up. Have you ever thrown the ball in a game? And can you talk them into letting you do that sometime? I've
been trying for a while, man. I don't know. We got a new OC coming in, so it might happen. We don't know yet. But, you know, I just like to go out there before game, have fun, you know, even at practices on Fridays when we're doing our run-throughs. I like to get out there a little early and just kind of throw bombs down the field and just play catch, basically. So, I mean, it's just a further distance, but still have fun, still just throwing the ball around.